Hello students, in this class we are going to discuss dark reaction. What is a dark reaction? Already I have given in the previous class. What is a dark reaction? It is a light independent process. During this dark reaction, carbon dioxide fixation and carbohydrate assimilation occurs. These are the two events involved in the dark reaction: carbon dioxide fixation and carbohydrate assimilation both occurs. It is a light independent process, means without utilizing the light energy this process is carried out. But here the products of light energy, means that is nothing but assimilatory power. Assimilatory power means already we know this, ATP and NADP H plus H plus, these two are called as the assimilatory power. ATP adenosine triphosphate and NADP H2, reduced form of NADP is called as NADP H2 and ATP, both these are called as assimilatory power and these are the products of light energy. By utilizing this light energy, the dark reaction is carried out, that is carbon dioxide fixation and carbohydrate assimilation. So actually what is the location of dark reaction? Stroma. Dark reaction takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast, that is the location. Light reaction occurs, as you know, in the grana, and dark reaction occurs in the stroma. So the events of dark reaction first traced out by a scientist called as the Melvin Kelvin, along with his associates Benson and Boschem. Melvin Kelvin traced out the pathway of dark reaction. So in their experiment on so many plants, they observed during the dark reaction a 3-carbon compound, that is a triose, a 3-carbon compound called as PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, is produced as the first stable product. PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, that is, which is a triose, is being produced as the first stable product during the dark reaction. So they called the plants as the C3 plants and this mechanism as the C3 pathway or the C3 cycle, and this pathway, as it was traced out by Kelvin on his name, it is also called as the Kelvin cycle. And during this Kelvin cycle the carbon reduction occurs, so it is also called as a PCR cycle. So in many plants, Melvin Kelvin along with his associates Benson and Boschem observed that in so many plants a 3-carbon compound called PGA is being produced as the first stable product. He called this pathway as the C3 pathway, and those plants were named as the C3 plants. And as it was discovered by Kelvin on his name, it is called as the Kelvin cycle. And during this Kelvin cycle the carbon reduction occurs, so it is also called as a PCR cycle, photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle. PCR, photosynthetic, P stands for photosynthetic, C stands for carbon and R stands for reduction, photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle. Then what are the events of this C3 cycle? Let us take in detail. C3 cycle, or otherwise called as the Kelvin cycle, or otherwise called as the PCR cycle. So dark reaction means in most of the plants this is the Kelvin cycle and it is operated in the stroma of the chloroplast. So this pathway, as we know, traced out by Kelvin by using carbon isotope, that is 14CO2, in case of a green colored unicellular alga called as the chlorella. So what is this chlorella? It is nothing but a unicellular green colored alga. Unicellular green alga. As we know, in previous classes you studied that the green algae belongs to the class Chlorophyceae. According to algologists, the algae are classified into 11 classes. Among them, Chlorophyceae is one, in which green algae are included. So chlorella is one of the green alga which contains only single cell, unicellular. In that chlorella, by using carbon isotope, that is 14CO2, this pathway was traced out by Melvin Kelvin with his associates Benson and Boschem. So during their discovery, already just now we studied that PGA is produced as the first stable product. As this PGA is a triose, it contains 3 carbons. The pathway was named by them as the C3 pathway or C3 cycle. And the main efforts were of Kelvin. So it is also called as a Kelvin cycle. And during this mainly carbon reduction occurs. So it is also called as the PCR cycle, photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle. This C3 cycle is completed in 3 steps, 3 stages. The first stage is the carboxylation phase. Second phase is the reduction phase, and the third phase is the regeneration phase. Total Kelvin cycle is divided into 3 phases for convenience of study: carboxylation phase, reduction phase, and regeneration phase. Then what is meant by carboxylation? Generally, carboxylation is nothing but addition of carbon or carbon dioxide to any substrate. Carboxylation, addition of carbon or carbon dioxide to any substrate is called the carboxylation. Here also, from the atmosphere, carbon dioxide is taken by a pentose, RuBP, which is a pentose, and in the presence of water is also utilized here. In the presence of an enzyme called as Rubisco, this reaction is catalyzed and CO2 combines with RuBP to produce 2 molecules of PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, which is a 3 carbon compound. So here actually we know the photosynthetic equation as 6CO2 plus 6CO2 plus 6H2O. 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the equation representing the photosynthesis. That is actually in photosynthesis, in order to produce 1 glucose molecule, 6 carbon dioxides are utilized. Here if you take for 1 carbon dioxide is accepted by 1 molecule of RuBP. So what is this RuBP? It is a pentose, 5 carbon compound. Its expansion is ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. What is its meaning? It is a pentose. On the first carbon there is 1 phosphate group. On the 5th carbon there is 1 more phosphate group. So as 2 phosphates are present, it is called as a bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate, which is a pentose. It is accepting 1 carbon from the carbon dioxide and producing into 2 molecules of PGA. So when 1 CO2 and 1 RuBP combines, they produces 2 molecules of PGA. So in objective mode, that is in MSET or NEET, the number of carbon dioxides may be changed. Here the ratio is, we have to remember, ratio is 1 molecule of CO2, 1 molecule of RuBP and 2 molecules of PGA. So carbon dioxide and PGA relation is 1:2 ratio. RuBP and PGA relation is 1:2 ratio. So whatever may be the number of carbons asked in the question, the number of PGA will be doubled. Okay. Suppose if we take 6 CO2, here it becomes a 12 PGA. Here also it also becomes a 6 RuBP and 6 H2O, like that. Suppose if 3 CO2 is given, 3 CO2 are accepted by 3 RuBP to produce double the number of PGA, that is 6 PGA. So like this, whatever may be the number of carbon dioxides asked in the question, we have to remember that is a number of PGA produced is double than the number of carbon dioxides or the RuBP. Then let us take what is Rubisco. Here Rubisco is the highest protein in the biosphere. Highest protein in the biosphere. Its expansion is ribulose. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. Ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate carboxylase and oxygenase. That is, generally any enzyme can catalyze only one type of reactions, either carboxylation or reduction or oxidation, whatever it may be. It can catalyze only one type of reaction. But here this Rubisco is catalyzing 2 types of reactions, that is a carboxylation reaction as well as oxidation reaction. But in Kelvin cycle it is acting as a carboxylase, means catalyzing the carboxylation reaction. And in the next class we will discuss about photorespiration. There it is acting as the oxygenase. Like that, Rubisco is playing an important role in by catalyzing two types of reactions, that is carboxylation and the oxidation. In Kelvin cycle it is catalyzing carboxylation reaction, so here it is called as carboxylase. And in photorespiration it is catalyzing oxidation reaction, so it is called as oxygenase. This is one special feature of Rubisco. And one more special feature is it is the highest protein in the universe. In total living biosphere, the Rubisco is considered as the highest protein. In the presence of this enzyme, the first reaction, that is carboxylation, is carried out. What is carboxylation? 6CO2 plus 6 RUBP plus 6 H2O gives rise to 12 molecules of PGA. 3 PGA, actually here PGA is a 3 carbon compound. On the third carbon it is having one phosphate group, and here it is catalyzed by the Rubisco. So as this PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, is produced as the first stable product during Kelvin cycle, this Kelvin cycle was named as the C3 cycle. That is one of the important point here. PGA is a triose and it is the first stable product, so the pathway is called as the C3 cycle. And let us calculate, balance the number of carbons. Each RUBP has 5 carbons, and from CO2 1 carbon. So from here 6 carbons are coming, and from one RUBP 5 carbons. 5 6 are 30. 30 plus 6, 36 carbons are involving in this reaction. So whether they are produced or not, let us see. 12 molecules of PGA are produced. Each PGA is having 3 carbons. So 12 3 are 36. This number of carbons is important. If you balance like this, you can attempt any type of questions in the NEET or the MCET question. Each PGA has 3 carbons. 12 PGAs has 12 into 3, 36 carbons. Here how many are involving? 6 RUBP. Each RUBP has 5 carbons. 5 6 are 30. And from carbon dioxide 6. So totally 36 carbons are involving in the reaction as the reactants, and produced in the form of 12 molecules of PGA. Each PGA has 3 carbons. 12 3 is 36. This is about the carboxylation, which is the first stage of the Kelvin cycle. Then let us take a second phase of this, that is the reduction phase. Reduction. So in reduction, two reactions occurs. One reaction is this 12 molecules of PGA. 12 molecules of PGA by utilizing 12 molecules of ATP, which is the product of a light reaction, produced in the form of 12 molecules of 1,3 bis PGA. And here, as ATP is donating phosphate, it will be produced as 12 molecules of ADP. And enzyme is here phosphoglycerokinase enzyme. Phosphoglycerokinase, where ATP involvement is there, the catalyzing enzyme is generally the kinase. Here already it is a 3 PGA, means on the third carbon there is a 1 phosphate group attached. 3 carbons, on the third carbon there is 1 phosphate group. And again from ATP. ATP means it is a nucleotide. To adenine 3 phosphate groups are attached. Alpha phosphate, then beta phosphate and gamma phosphate. So generally ATP on hydrolysis removes this gamma phosphate. This gamma phosphate will be removed and attached to the first carbon of this PGA. So like this 3 PGA is becoming 1,3 bis PGA. That is, it is receiving one more phosphate onto the first carbon. Already there is 1 phosphate on the third carbon. So like this, as the 2 phosphate groups are present, it is named as the 1,3 bis PGA. And ATP, out of 3 phosphates, it is donating 1 phosphate, so it will be turned into the ADP. And this reaction is catalyzed by phosphoglycerokinase. Then let us take the second reaction of the reduction. In second reaction, what happens? This 12 molecules of 1,3 bis PGA. By utilizing 12 NADPH2 produced during the light reaction. So already we know that ATP and NADPH together called as the assimilatory power. Here ATP is utilized and here NADPH is utilized. By utilizing this NADPH, this 1,3 bis PGA undergoes a reduction and produced into 12 molecules of G3P. And NADPH plus H plus, as it is donating these two hydrogens, it will be reduced, it will be oxidized as 12 molecules of NADP plus. Like this, 1,3 bis PGA is reduced to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, G3P, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Here only reduction occurring, so no change in the number of carbon atoms. Here also 3 carbons, each G3P is also having the 3 carbons. And enzyme is G3P dehydrogenase enzyme, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme. Here one of the important point we have to remember is where NADPH involves in the reaction, whether it is formed or it is utilized, the catalyzing enzyme is dehydrogenase. Here to the product dehydrogenase is added as a suffix. This is about the reduction phase. In reduction, 12 PGA by utilizing 12 ATP converts into 1,3 bis PGA, and this 1,3 bis PGA undergoes a reduction by utilizing 12 molecules of NADPH and gets reduced as 12 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. The next is regeneration. So before entering into regeneration, what is the fate of this 12G3P? So already we know that this total is operated, dark reaction or Kelvin cycle is operated in the stroma. From this stroma, out of 12G3P, 1/6 in the sense, let us take 1/6 means 2 molecules. That is 2G3P moves into the cytosol, that is cytoplasm, and produced into 1 molecule of glucose. Out of 12G3P, 2 molecules moves into cytoplasm and produces 1 glucose. Then remaining how many? Out of 12, 2 minus, so remaining is 10. 10 means how much? 5/6. So 5/6 means we get 10 molecules. 10 G3Ps are utilized in the regeneration. So what is the regeneration? Again forming of what occurs here? Regeneration of RUBP, which is involved in the first reaction occurs. This is the third phase of the Kelvin cycle. So out of 12G3P, how much means 1/6? 1/6, that is 2 molecules. How many is 2? How much means 1/6? Totally 2 molecules moves into cytoplasm and produces 1 molecule of glucose. And remaining 5/6, that is 10 G3Ps are involving in the regeneration of RUBP, which is nothing but the third phase of the Kelvin cycle.